So, you've got big goals. You want to build something meaningful, live a fulfilling life, and finally feel that sense of accomplishment you've been chasing. But let's be honest, you're stuck. Your mind jumps from one thing to the next. You sit down to work but end up scrolling through your phone or zoning out on YouTube. The result? Hours wasted, tasks unfinished, and frustration creeping in because deep down, you know you're capable of more. If the problem isn't your motivation or ambition, it's your focus. And the reason you struggle to focus is that you haven't tapped into what experts call the flow state. What is flow and why it matters? Flow is a state where your brain enters beast mode. You become so absorbed in what you're doing that time seems to slow down, distractions vanish, and the work itself becomes satisfying, almost effortless. Think about times when you've lost yourself in an activity you love, whether it's coding, painting, gaming, or working out. That's flow. And according to psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, who coined the term, flow isn't just some feel-good buzzword. It's the key to high performance, personal growth, and even happiness. But unfortunately, flow doesn't just happen because you decide to focus harder. You can't force flow. To enter flow, these 4 things need to be in place. 1. Balance between challenge and skill. If a task is too hard, you'll get overwhelmed. If it's too easy, you'll get bored. Flow happens in that sweet spot where the challenge matches your abilities, right at the edge of your comfort zone. 2. Clear goals. You need to know exactly what you're trying to achieve. Whether it's finishing a report, perfecting a new skill, or completing a workout, your goal must be specific. 3. Immediate feedback. You need to see progress in real time. It could be as simple as crossing items off your to-do list, finishing a chapter, or hitting your personal best in the gym. Feedback keeps your brain engaged and motivated. 4. A sense of control. You need to feel in charge of your actions, not overwhelmed by distractions or external pressure. When you're in flow, you're steering the ship. You're not at the mercy of a storm of random thoughts or interruptions. If any one of these conditions is missing, it's like trying to drive with a flat tire. You'll spin your wheels and get nowhere. While most people think focus is just about removing distractions, turning off your phone, closing tabs, or finding a quiet room. And sure, those things help, but they don't fix the root issue, the way you approach your tasks. If your to-do list looks like this: finish my entire 3,000-word report by tonight, launch my side hustle this weekend, organize my entire apartment in one afternoon, no wonder you're overwhelmed. The stakes are so high that inertia kicks in. You avoid starting because the task feels massive. To break through, you need to shrink the size of the initial push. Instead of telling yourself to finish the whole report, start by writing 50 words. Instead of saying you'll clean the entire apartment, commit to cleaning for 2 minutes. Don't aim vaguely to be productive. Make it specific. I'll write the introduction, or I'll clear one shelf. Choose tasks that show quick progress. Seeing 50 words on the page or a tidied space gives you that instant win. You're not forcing yourself to finish the entire thing in one go. You're deciding to take charge of the small, actionable step you've set. When you do this consistently, even the smallest tasks become opportunities to build focus and momentum. Newton's first law of motion isn't just for physics. It applies to your mind too. Objects in motion stay in motion, and once you get going, you'll often keep going. When you're in flow, your brain releases a powerful cocktail of chemicals: dopamine, endorphins, and serotonin. Instead of chasing cheap dopamine hits from social media or Netflix, you're getting lasting satisfaction from the progress you're making. This creates a positive feedback loop: focus, progress, joy, more focus. The more you experience flow, the more your brain craves that feeling, reinforcing productive habits. Now, you might be thinking, that's great if I'm working on something I love, but what about boring tasks I hate? Here's where your mindset matters. There's a quote from Anne of Green Gables that says, "If you decide to have a good time, you'll have one. But if you've already decided it'll be boring, it will be." Even mundane tasks can become flow experiences if you shift how you see them. In today's world, we're terrified of being alone. Definitely because we have used to be surrounded by noise and constant distractions. But true flow isn't just about action. It's about control and clarity. When you give yourself time to be alone and reflect, by journaling, drawing, or even going for a quiet walk, you allow your mind to focus inward, showing that flow isn't limited to productivity. It can also happen in stillness, where some of your biggest breakthroughs begin. Flow isn't some distant ideal. It starts with a simple choice. Stop thinking about the finish line and take that first step. Everything else will follow.